The only Yakima news team taking action for you. KINA Action News starts now.
State troopers are sending out a message after a truck's trailer rolled on Interstate 82 this morning. We'll tell you what caused the accident and what you should not be doing while driving. And Yakima City Councilwoman Carmen Mendez has now apologized after being accused of causing an accident while drunk. Tonight, you, our viewers, tell us if you think she should resign. Good evening, everyone. WashDOT crews continue to work on clearing up I-82 near the US 12 interchange after a semi-truck's trailer rolled, causing big delays on the freeway. Ryan Dow has more on what caused the crash and the message transportation leaders are sending to drivers. Ryan.
Yes, Scott, we're on North Fair Avenue, just outside of the Yakima Valley Visitor Center, where, as you can see right now, westbound traffic on I-82 is really just at a crawl. It all stems from an accident around 5:30 this morning involving a semi-trailer, and those delays from that accident are now affecting the evening commute. Roads are still closed along I-82 in both directions after an early morning semi-trailer crash caused hours of delays on I-82, but left no one injured, says Washington State Troopers. They say 23-year-old Jordan Willie of North Carolina fell asleep at the wheel of his semi and drove off the roadway. He then tried to overcorrect, and that's when the trailer came off and rolled into the median. Investigators say Willie then hit another car, sending them both into the guardrail.
Driving fatigued and falling asleep is about the same thing as driving while intoxicated on alcohol or drugs. So we treat it just
driving charges for the accident. Meanwhile, WashDOT crews are working to get the trailer removed, a process that's more time-consuming than crashes involving regular vehicles.
We not only have to remove any of the cargo or debris that was part of that semi-truck, but we also have to make sure that any other debris from those vehicles are out of the way.
But state troopers want to remind drivers, focus on the road and don't get distracted by the accident scene.
getting on your phone, filming, taking pictures, that kind of thing. There was already a couple minor collisions in the backup this morning. That's the kind of thing we want you paying attention to what's in front of you.
A message that WashDOT echoes during these types of wrecks.
These type of things we don't like to see, and sometimes it can take a lot longer than we would like.
And Washington State troopers say another rollover this afternoon involving 3 vehicles that happened not too far from where the trailer is actually is adding to these delays. So far, no injuries to report from that incident. And so if you're planning on heading down here, either try to find an alternate route or just avoid this area altogether. For now, reporting live, I'm Ryan Dow, Action News.
All right, thanks a lot, Ryan. Now to some court news. A woman we showed you stealing a purse on surveillance video is now pleading guilty on almost 60 counts of possession of stolen property and identification theft. Court documents say this woman, 34-year-old Relinda Alvarado, stole purses, used credit cards, and cashed checks that were inside those purses. Here you see her stealing a purse at a local grocery store. She's been sentenced to almost 30 months in jail and fined just over $5,000. The jury is still trying to decide if a former Yakima County deputy prosecutor is guilty or innocent of sexually harassing an employee. George Hansen is on trial for unlawful imprisonment, attempted rape, and indecent liberties charges. He's accused of kissing and groping an employee at his office last July. The jury began deliberating this morning but hasn't reached a decision. A man accused of threatening children and adults at a child care center Tuesday is now facing several charges. Police say 31-year-old Robert Rodriguez pretended to use his hand as a gun and threatened to kill teachers and children at the YMCA Jewett Center. Now, this is Rodriguez in court today, where he was told he's facing 21 charges of felony harassment. He's been documented as having mental issues. His bail was set at $20,000.
Well, I certainly hope you've had a chance to get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather. Temperatures this afternoon in many areas are hitting that 80-degree mark, even a few low 80s in some parts of our viewing area this afternoon. A beautiful evening setting up for us. We'll call for mostly clear skies. Overnight lows at night will be mild. We're looking at upper 40s to low 50s. Winds are going to be in the light category heading into the overnight hours. And if you can believe it, tomorrow we bump that temperature up a little more. We'll be into the upper 80s, close to 90 degrees in some spots. And then we talk about the weekend. We're going to cool it off a little bit. We're also talking about the possibility of some thunderstorms developing by late tomorrow night and into Friday. Don't want to give it all away. Lots to talk about. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes. Scott, back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mike. Mixed reactions today from the community after Yakima Deputy Mayor Carmen Mendez gave a public apology at last night's City Council meeting for her DUI arrest 2 weeks ago. Mendez says she's deeply remorseful and wants to rebuild trust as she moves forward with her duties. Ariela Torin joins us live in the studio tonight with what some locals had to say about Mendez's decision to keep her position as an elected public official. Ariela.
Scott, many people had strong opinions on the DUI incident and Mendez's apology, but Mendez made it clear she will continue with her position on the council as deputy mayor and also executive director of Safe Yakima Valley. An overwhelming majority of people I talked to today want Mendez to resign, but some say she deserves a second chance.
No one is more disappointed in me more than I am, and I will continue to serve the people for our city for years to come.
A public apology and promise to do better. Yakima Deputy Mayor Carmen Mendez addressing council members and the community during a part of the council's public meeting where no comments or questions are allowed. Mendez was arrested and charged with a gross misdemeanor DUI last month.
The people of the city of Yakima have the right to expect that their public officials will admit errors and deal with the consequences with integrity and honesty.
For many locals I talked to, integrity and honesty includes a resignation that doesn't appear will happen.
I don't think that there is enough accountability. I don't think this is right what she's doing. She should step down. It's not fair to the people that elected her.
Others on social media also calling for her resignation, saying she's only sorry she got caught and she can start to earn our trust by stepping down. Mayor Kathy Coffey told Action News off camera that there's nothing in the city charter that requires termination from the council for a DUI, and that resigning is up to Mendez. However, former Mayor Avina Gutierrez says the council asked her to step down after she was caught driving with a suspended license and had an outstanding ticket. Mayor Coffey says that was Gutierrez's decision. She wouldn't confirm whether Mendez's DUI was discussed by the council in a closed executive session before the public meeting, and some residents supporting Mendez's decision to stay.
I just believe that if we all make mistakes, that we should just learn from them and just forgive each other's trespasses and just try not to make the same mistake again.
Others on middle ground, calling for suspension or probation.
Give her probation and keep an eye on her a little bit and stuff. It might help her out a little bit.
But for Mendez, wanting to move forward and focus on serving the community.
They have work to do from
I did reach out to Deputy Mayor Carmen Mendez. She declined to comment for this story and says it's a personal issue. A first-time gross misdemeanor DUI means 48 hours in jail or 30 days of electronic home monitoring. Mendez is expected to make her first court appearance in the coming weeks. Scott?
All right, Ariela Torin reporting live for us in the studio tonight. A big turnout for a lunchtime lecture at the Yakima Valley Museum on American Muslims. The lecture featured guest speaker Dr. Tehran Karaglo, who spoke on a wide range of topics from the history of American Muslims to the controversial topic of recent politics and immigration. He says education and conversation are key to both providing confidence in American Muslims about their own impact on American history, as well as eliminating Islamophobia, among others.
It's not that all Muslims are good. It's not that all Muslims are bad. Muslims are human beings. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Our judgment should be based on their character, what they contribute in the society.
The event was organized by Humanities Washington as part of their Speaker Bureau event. The Roots and Vines Festival is coming up on May 20th, and we want to let you know about an opportunity to get a discount on tickets. This Thursday, tomorrow, there's a special sale. It's happening from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at Celerity Credit Union on 5th Avenue. Tickets will be just $12. That's $3 off the online price and $8 cheaper than what you'll pay on the day of the event. We invite you to stop by, say hi, and get a great deal on Roots and Vines tickets. Well, it's been a very nice sunny day out, our warmest day of the year so far. Here's how it looks Right now, you can see those heat waves a little bit. This is courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel Tower Cam. And we'll have the forecast to let you know how things are going to look for the rest of the week a little later on in the show. Also, ketamine is known as an anesthetic or even a club drug. Coming up on Action News, find out about a new use for ketamine that some patients are calling a miracle. Plus, if you're in the market to buy a new house, you want to make sure it doesn't have high radon levels. We'll tell you how dangerous radon is and ways to check for it. That's in Consumer Reports. And our coverage doesn't stop here. You can find all your local news, weather, sports, and traffic on the KIMA mobile app, available for iOS and Android.
Today's weather is brought to you by Campbell & Company.